Hello friends, this is Durga from ITversity, a one-stop shop to learn all the technologies. So, as you guys are aware, I have recently started a playlist called Becoming Professional Blogger. In that, we have seen how to set up the uh, WordPress on DigitalOcean and then themes, plugins, etc. So, as part of this video, I will be primarily focusing on how to write content on my blog. So, this is primarily for my blog, and because a lot of technical writers or a lot of experienced professionals, they're trying to write content for my channel. Hence, I will be providing my platform so that they can write the content for me. And I have also created a playlist for them so that they can easily navigate through the content and start publishing the content on my platform. Okay, so that being said, so this is the playlist, ITversity content writing. So this video is added to both the playlists. One is becoming professional writer and also writing content for my platform. So my platform is blogs.itversity.com for blogging. I have two platforms. One is itversity.com itself, where I'll be publishing courses, and I will be creating some videos for content creators on my itversity.com also. For now, it's primarily for blogs.itversity.com. So this is the URL people has to use, blogs.itversity.com/wp-admin, and hit enter. It will take to the admin console. If you're already logged in, if you have active session, you will come to here. Otherwise, you have to log in. And for that, I need to make you an author at least, and authors can actually start writing the content. So there are certain rules people need to follow while writing the content, and they need to understand the plugins we have, and based on those plugins, they have to create the content. So for example, one of the bloggers is trying to publish content on Redshift, introduction to Redshift, and also he want to write a series of blogs on the same topic. So we need to have a flow so that people can follow the flow and learn by following the blogs. So there are two things here: creating a series of blogs, going one blog after other blog to get the content, and each blog also should have the content organized in interactive fashion to my audience, to the readers of the blogs on my platform. My platform primarily contains technology content, and hence I have decided that it should look like this. So when people get into a blog post, on the left side there should be the section, and on the right side there should be the content. So this is the table of contents, and this is the actual content. If we click on a particular topic on the table of contents, it should refresh here. So for that, you just need to use some plugins. And also, if there are multiple blogs on a particular topic, for example, MongoDB, if we create 6 or 7 blogs, and if someone follows those 7, if they are able to learn something on the MongoDB, then it has to be series like this. So we have the first blog, which is Hello World for this example, and then MongoDB for developers. We already got into this MongoDB for developers. Whatever blog we land, if there are associated or related blogs to that, where people has to follow, they have to list. Means we need to get the series like this. And for that also there is a plugin, and we need to understand that plugin. Now if I click on Hello World, it will go to that Hello World blog, and you can see the series here, and one can navigate between the blogs. So for these two things, earlier, if you are following my playlist to become professional blogger already, I have spoken about a plugin called Fruitful Shortcodes, which was used as part of the earlier demonstration to create sample blog post with table of contents on the left side. So I found a better plugin called Shortcodes Ultimate. So I will be deactivating and deleting these fruitful shortcodes, and I'll be using Shortcodes Ultimate to create a blog post like this, where there is a table of content section on the left and the actual content for each topic on the right. And then to display in a series, I have downloaded and installed WP Post Series, which stands for WordPress Post Series or whatever it is, and I have activated it. And we will use these two to actually create the content. Already we have these two. Let's try the same thing with these two things for the potential bloggers on my platform. Okay, so first one is introduction to Redshift. So let's work on that first. We can click on edit directly here also. Once you have created a blog, you can click on edit directly from here, and then there is a tab called insert shortcode. This insert shortcode will be available only when you install Shortcodes Ultimate. Okay, so click on insert shortcode and click on tabs. Okay, and here you can tell how many tabs you want. In this case, I will just leave the defaults, and then click on insert shortcode, and you can see. Let's get into the text, which is the HTML portion, so that we will not have special characters or anything. So here I don't need this strong, so I'm deleting this. We see that strong because we pasted in the wrong region. Let me do this. Okay, so I'm undoing these things and changing. Yeah, now delete this one. Okay, let me do this. So now let us try inserting the shortcode, tabs, insert shortcode. Now you can see that it is not in block, in bold. So now you can go here, or you can actually do it from here also. Okay, and we need the tabs in vertical. So if we leave it like this, we can review it by just saying update, and then we can click on this one to open a new tab. You can right click and say open link in new tab also, and if you go to here, you can see it has given the horizontal tabs, but we want the vertical. So what we have to do is we have to say vertical equal to yes. Okay, and actually while inserting the shortcode itself, you can see that option. We don't need to actually do this. Okay, again I'm clicking on the insert shortcode, tabs. So here style, leave it like that, vertical yes, and then you will get the vertical. Okay, so with active tab, it will pick up the which one is the default one. So let me pick the first one itself as the default one. Okay, and then insert shortcode. So if there is no active, that means by default it will pick the first one. If you want to change to something else, you can say active equal to 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Okay, now you have these things here. So first one, I want to have the introduction. So I'm copy pasting this one into the title. So it's better to copy the regular text. So delete this one directly. No need to be bold. So introduction. And then you have to paste the content here. So delete this one. And let's copy this one here. Okay, so the first tab is done. You can always preview, you can update, and then enter. Now you can see we see introduction, title 2 and title 3. Because this content, except for the first one, we don't have content in any of them, so that's why it is showing the rest of the content at the bottom. Okay, so now I am again going to here. We can delete this one which is already copied. Delete this, and then architecture. So I'm copying till here. And then I want to write a little bit about keys in the table. So this is a sample. My actual blogger on this topic, his name is Srihari. He will fine tune this one. I'm just showing an example about how to write it effectively. Okay, and also if you want to create content on my blogging platform, make sure you have at least 4 topics. You will have an introduction and then 4 topics and conclusion. Every blog has to have that introduction. It could highlight what you are trying to cover at a higher level, and then 4 topics, at least 4 or 5 topics. You can have as many as you want, and then a conclusion where we actually explain what should be done. So a conclusion can be what next or something like that. I will define the guidelines for that, and I will let you know. But there should be introduction, there should be 4 or 5 topics or even more, and then the conclusion. Okay, that's how I want to organize the content on my platform. Everyone has to follow that rule. Now I have added whatever is there into 3 sections. I'm updating this, and I am refreshing it here, so we can see all the 3 topics here. You can look into those things, and also there should be 4 or 5 lines here about what we are trying to do. Actually, introduction is not required in this. Introduction has to be as in the heading like this. So here you can see, as part of this getting started or 101, we will see how Java developers can start learning MongoDB. And I have written 3 lines of content. The reason why I want this is, when I click on home, now if you see introduction to Redshift, there is no introduction here. We need to have some introduction here so that we have enough content to display cleanly as part of the blog stream. This is called as blog stream, such as news feed. It will actually publish all the blogs that are being published on it. You can navigate or you can scroll down and you will get the history of the blogs. Okay, so let me show you. So in this case, I want to have some information as part of this blog post. We will see how to get started with Redshift, including brief Introduction to AWS, how Redshift is available in AWS, architecture of Redshift, etc. Okay, so here I just uh, give give as an example. We will change it later. Okay, once it is updated, if you see here, you will see this introduction no matter in which section you are, as part of this blog post. And also if you go to homepage, you can see little bit of details about this blog. So this is how one should write on my platform to blog on my website or platform. That being said, now we have created a single blog post and we want to associate with this series. So already I have the plugin WP post series, and once the plugin is activated, you will see the post series here. Okay, you can click on this, and if you see now, there is only MongoDB. So first we have to create a series name, and then it will reflect here, and we have to choose that. So here what you have to do is go to that post series. Somewhere it will be available. Let me see here. Yeah, here under the posts you can see the series. You can click on this one. You can give the name Redshift. Add new post series. You can see it here. Okay, if you want to change the name or description or slug for this, slug means the URL friendly. As part of the URL, you will see that if you want to try to access the series. Anyway, no need to worry about the slug at this time. If you want to change the description or the name, you can do that. And again, if you go to the series, now you can see that there are no posts available. Okay, so what you have to do is you can go to all posts, and whatever you want to add to the series. In this case, first I want to add introduction to Redshift. Now it is available here, so select this one, update, and then again click on all posts, click on edit columnar databases. I'm just showing an example. I'm not sure whether this is related to Redshift or not. Again, my friend has written this, but to show you as an example, I am choosing this one. Okay, Redshift, click on update, and then if you click on this one, blogs.itversity.com, you can go to any blog now, and you can see the series here. We are in the columnar databases, the second one. If you want to go to the introduction, you can click on this one. So there is one thing you need to remember when you create the series. It has to go in a proper order. So the way it will pick the order is based on the series post time. For example, even if I add columnar databases first in the series, and then introduction to Redshift, still it will pick the chronological order when these blocks are posted. So the first introduction to Redshift is posted first, so it will be displayed first, even if you add columnar databases in the series. So you have to play with the timestamp to control the order. So for example, in this case, if we go to edit, and let me go back, let us confirm the time on which introduction to Redshift is posted. It is at 2:09 on the same day, October 19th. The columnar databases is published on 3:36. Now if I change this and go to 2 o'clock, so I'm moving earlier to the introduction to Redshift. Okay, Now you can see that it has gone down, and also as part of the series, if you see here, first you got the columnar databases and introduction to Redshift. So the time is important. Whatever is first in the blog posts, it will be displayed first in the order, no matter in which order you have added it to the series. Okay, so you have to follow these things, these guidelines to create the blocks. And another important thing is categories. I will cover in a separate video. I also have to do enough research how I can actually use categories in an effective fashion. So don't tag or categorize at this time. We will take care later. Categories is very, very important, and I want to do enough research and due diligence before actually starting categorizing the content. You can tag if you want whatever tags are relevant to your post, but categories, don't do that until I come up with a video. So far, to write the content on my channel or on my blogging platform, you need to know how to write the content. It's pretty simple. I have covered as part of the videos earlier. I will add that video also as part of this. While adding the content, you need to be aware of these plugins, and you have to use these plugins so that we get the content in the a proper order in which our platform need the content. Okay, that being said, I hope you're enjoying the content. If you like this video, please click on the like button, and the like button will be 1 minute. So the like button will be here. You can click on this. If you want to provide the feedback, please use the comment section of the video. It will be shown here. You can add the comments. And if you want to follow me on any of the social networking platforms, these are the links. They are in description. And this is the URL to subscribe to my channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. You can do it from here also. Okay. So that being said, thank you very much. Bye.